Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. I hope you have your coffee ready and you're ready for our Cricut and Coffee Challenge for July 2019. This one has to do with family reunions. I bet a lot of you have family reunions in the summer. But you know what? Even if you don't, you'll be able to use today's project because you'll learn some new techniques as we go through it. So look at my screen here and you can see on the right I have the image that we're going to start with. It's from Cricut Design Space, and again, you do not have to own Cricut Design Space to learn how to use the tools in Cricut Design Space, or you don't have to own Cricut Access, I should say, because you don't have to finally make this thing. You can just manipulate it and learn from it. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to move this one out of the way and make it much smaller so it doesn't confuse us. And I'll just delete this one. So to start, we're going to come up here to Images. Okay, when you come to Images, the first thing you're going to do, it's going to open up something like this, although they change out the images here often. So you're going to use the number that I gave you and just type it in here with the pound sign. So it's the pound sign or the hashtag capital M72FFF92. And then you'll hit this little search button. And you'll come right to the one that we want. So you'll highlight that one. There's a green box around it once it's highlighted. And you'll come down here to the lower right where it says Insert Images and click on that. And that brings the image in that we're going to be working on. So I'm going to make it a lot larger by stretching it out with this handle down here in the lower right hand corner. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to contour out things I don't want. I don't want any of this text in here because I'm going to add my own. And I believe I did make the sun a solid color as well. So let's go down here to the contour button. It's at the lower right hand corner and click on that. And once this opens up, I'm going to start clicking on things that I do not want to cut. So I know all of these letters right here I don't want to cut, so I'm hiding them. Every time I click on one, it gets hidden. And this again is using the contour function of the software. And I'm not sure about that dash, so I'm going to leave it for now and continue on. And I'm not sure about those other ones. I'll get that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click off of this just to see how well I did. And it looks like I did pretty well. I am missing a few things. So what I usually like to do is drag my image way over to the left, because then when I come down here to the contour button again, see how I can see those two pieces peeking out that I need to get rid of? Well, I can scroll over on this little bar right here, and I can see where they are really quickly and watch. See that one go disappear? This one's going to go next. I'm going to click on this little part of the A, and it's gone as well. So now we're ready to start. So the next thing that I did was I put my name in here because I wanted the capital letter large here, and I wanted it to stretch the whole way across. So this time I'll use a different name. I'll put the name Grimes. That's my maiden name. So I just come over to the text tool and I type in all caps, Grimes, Grimes. And I'm just going to leave it at Cricut Sans font because I like that pretty well. And I'm going to drag it over here. And let's look at this. I'm going to resize it so it fits in here nicely. So I'm just going to size it. Now notice it's getting way too tall. So what I can do instead is I can unlock this lock, and that allows me to change the height of it. I can still have it way stretched across, but just change the height. And I am pretty happy with that already. Look at that. Okay, Grimes. Okay, and I liked it sort of to go along the corner or the circle right here, just like that. All right, so the next thing that I did was I typed in the words family reunion. So again, I come over to the text tool and type in the word family reunion, all in caps again. And that again, I'm going to click off of it, and then I'm going to bring it up here. And I want it to fit in this spot right here. So notice it's way too big. So again, I can squish it down. And now I've squished it too far down because I do want it to come out kind of out to there. So I'm going to bring it over. It's getting too tall again, so I'm going to unlock the lock and squish it down a little bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. The only thing I'm not crazy about is how far away this Y is from the L. So I'm going to click on this word, right click, and say ungroup. And that's going to allow me to just click on this Y and move it over a bit closer to the L so it looks like it's part of that word. And maybe that was a little too far, so I'll hit what I'm doing is hitting the arrow keys on my keyboard. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'll leave it like that. So what I'll probably do now is trying to grab this all right here. So maybe I can't, so I'll need to move my backing out of the way. There we go. And now I can just grab this and say group. And I think I've already grouped my name, but if not, let's go ahead and, yep, I've already grouped it since that's not available. So now I can bring this back over here. And then if you'll notice, we got an issue here, right? I've got to bring this name down now, or the family reunion words down. Perfect. Like that. And let's see, I think I'll make it a little bit shorter. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the year 2019. So I'm going to come over again to the text tool and type in 2019. And again, it's probably going to be way too big for over here. So I'm going to make it short or smaller like that, where I like it how it fits. But then I want it to stretch across also. So rather than stretching it across by just pulling it, I'm going to come up here to the letter spacing. And I'm just going to try the number 6 in here for the heck of it. Hit enter on my keyboard. Okay, that's pretty good, but I think I want it more than that. So I think I'll hit the number 9. That's pretty good. Maybe 15. And hit enter. Alright, I like that pretty well. Maybe you don't like your space quite that far apart because it makes it a little bit harder to read. So I think I will go back in just a little bit, maybe to like 11. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. So now I'm really happy with how this looks. What I will do now is just grab all of it and group it. And I'm not going to weld it yet. I did that earlier when I first started to make this one. And then I wanted to go back and change something. And of course I couldn't, because once you weld something, there's no unweld button. You just have to keep doing undo, 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 undo until you get back to where you welded. So all I've done with this right now is I've grouped it. I'm going to get a little color swatch to put behind it. Or if I want to, what I could do is get a t-shirt. But let's start with the color first. So I'll come over here to the shape tool and I'll grab a circle. And usually it gets put in at the upper left hand corner. There it is, hiding from me. And I'm just going to stretch it great big so I know it's larger than what I need. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on that and say send to the back, because then I can see how well this is being centered on here. Now this could simply be cut out of vinyl itself and you could leave it just like that. Or if you'd like to, if you want that to be glitter, you could put it on top of another color of vinyl. You don't put vinyl on top of glitter, but you can put glitter on top of other vinyls. And you know, this could be a cute thing even to put in a, if you flattened it to this, it'd be a cute thing to even put in a scrapbook page. But let me show you first. So I could change the color of this circle. Maybe I'll make it a purple color. There we go. So I could put this in black on purple vinyl just like that. So what I could do now if I wanted to use this on a scrapbook page is I could just grab both of these and just say flatten. And that will flatten it and it makes it into a print and cut. I could use it as a sticker. I could make smaller ones and make them as stickers or anything like that. It'd be a lot of fun to use. So the other thing that I could do if I wanted to is I would come over here to unflatten it. And if I wanted someone to see what it was going to look like on a shirt, I could simply come over here to templates and look for a t-shirt. Maybe I'll put it on this type of shirt, a baseball shirt. And remember, it says the templates are just references. They're not saved with our projects. So here, let me get rid of this. Here's the front of the t-shirt. I could size it down so I would like how it fit on the front of a t-shirt, and I can make these for everybody who's attending my reunion. I think that's super cute. I hope you like this month's challenge. If you make one, I'd love to see what you guys make on our Facebook group, Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann. And don't forget, in a day or so, I will also have the PDF file for you so that you can follow along and write notes on it as well if you need to. So again, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for all of your support. Remember, if you're interested, you can join the $5 level where every week you'll get a free SVG and a free hidden video. So thanks again. See you again soon. Bye-bye.